We're moving now.
Yup, a field of sausages.
Men. What do they want? Money? Status? Fast, expensive cars? What is the ultimate male fantasy? Is it fame? Fortune?
All of
3
them.
hot chicks at once?
All of them.
Hell yeah, brother. No, according to men on the internet, it's something a little more simple.
You guys just want to be loved in a wholesome way. Oh, that's so cute. But my chat is saying balls. So do you want balls or do you want a wholesome relationship?
Oh, wait, you serious?
Choose one. Balls or a wholesome relationship? You just want to be happy. Oh, don't we all?
This is literally just a fetish.
What?
I fucking hate men so much.
Are they talking about that same video we just watched? What the-
Men are why we can't have nice things.
What?
As I was working on an upcoming video, I made the terrible mistake of logging onto Twitter, where I saw
Oh,
this
no.
post. A montage from the anime Josie, the Tiger, and the Fish, a movie about a college student who's assigned to take care of a paraplegic girl, and spoiler, eventually they fall in love.
Aw.
Many men were yearn posting in the replies of this tweet and talking about how they wish to fall in love and would love a relationship like this, while many others, mostly women, were absolutely fucking disgusted at this. Why would a bunch of men be fantasizing about being with a woman in a wheelchair?
That's not the point! Oh my god, I'm already crashing out. It's only been not even 2 minutes yet. It's not even 2 minutes yet. I'm already crashing out. That's not the point. The point is they want a wholesome love. It doesn't have to. She doesn't have to be in a wheelchair. If she is in a wheelchair, whatever. It's fine. If it's love, it's love. It's not about the wheelchair. It's about happiness. Ah! Sorry.
Seems pretty creepy and predatory, right? Also just unrealistic and problematic. Well, in this video, we are going to be talking about why so many men resonated to that clip and this movie, and why so many people are so confused as to why. We are also going to be reading some absolutely unhinged tweets, as usual, to get to the bottom of why such a wholesome post turned into, once again, another battlefront for the ongoing,
People have too much
never-ending
time in their
gender
hands.
war. Men versus women, women versus men, the male loneliness epidemic, the female loneliness epidemic, the dealing with dating apps. Do men prefer thin women or curvy women?
Both is
Brunettes
good.
or blondes? Do women
Both is
like
good.
dad bods or fit men? Do
Both
they
is
like
good.
beards or clean shaven?
Both is good.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Let's quickly get into today's sponsor. Now, I am not an anime connoisseur. In fact, I basically know nothing about anime. I
No.
am probably the most tourist of all the tourists. Yeah, hi.
Oh, look, Stas, it's you! It's you! She did a Stas cosplay. Look at that. Look at the hat. Look at the safari hat on the Toodle sighting. Hi, Stas.
I have a question. Was the upskirt shot necessary in order to advance the plot? I watched Pokemon and Sailor Moon when I was a kid, and a few years ago I watched Beastars on Netflix. Legoshi, best boy. Not a furry, by the way. And honestly, that's about it for my anime consumption. Unless you're counting VTubers. If you're counting VTubers, I watch a lot of anime. But because of this clip...
Wait!
Yeah,
Shoot!
baby!
Who do you watch?
That's what I've been
Who
waiting
is it?
for. That's what it's all about.
Smuggling?
Woo! We're making a
Do you
unicorn
know I
friendship.
exist? Shoot, do you know I exist? That's very based. Wait, Scoochana? She watches Scoochana? Wait, that is so based? That is so based? Damn, okay.
going viral, I watched Josie, the Tiger, and the Fish, and, well, I thought it was a good movie. I recommend watching it. I thought it was a really cute, good story. I only cried a little bit. And I completely understood what the tweet meant by calling it the average male fantasy. So, what was wrong with it? Why did this clip go so viral in such a negative way?
Some people want to make it
Thousands
weird.
of people angry at this post. Well, let us dilly-dally no longer and read some of these angry replies to get a better understanding of what the issue is, shall we? unwholesome male fantasy, and it's fetishizing a disabled girl for him to control. Oh no. They think, oh god, why? Always.
Did you even watch the movie? Oh my, why is that the first thing you think about? Like, you see a dad with his kid, first thing you think about, oh my god, that's a PDF file. No! Can we not assume the worst before we know who they are?
No.
Always vulnerable, always happy, always needs you. Pretty perverted.
What?
Where are these fan fictions coming from? There were like hundreds of tweets just like this. Why did they see a cute montage of a
Right?
happy couple, a man and a woman happy, together?
I think
know,
that says more
unheard
about
of.
them than us.
Why did they see that and then immediately come to these conclusions? Like, as someone who actually watched the movie, Josie is not always happy. And she's absolutely not portrayed as some, like, vulnerable, ooh-woo, sex doll waifu. She's boisterous, she kind of has a foul mouth, she's very sassy and headstrong. She like straight up calls him her servant, but she was also very
she's
depressed.
the freaky
She
one!
basically never left her house. She was basically a girl failure. As a former girl failure, I love to see representation in media. But
Wait,
they
don't call me
actually
out, don't call
show
me
the
out.
disability, like, not in a good way. Like, they don't romanticize it, they don't sugarcoat it. And I noticed, unlike a lot of movies, unlike a lot of romance movies,
Bro, some of these girls really do be so crazy. I'm looking at you. I know you guys who enjoyed that one really messed up BL. What's it called? Killing Stalking. Wait, what? Wait, you never heard about that one? Oh, then you should not search it up. You should not search up what is Killing Stalking. Don't search that up. Don't search that up. But anyway, I'm just saying, you guys are like, oh my god, stop romanticizing. Well, then what is that BL fanfic? I mean, BL manhwa then.
animation was really good. Is anime good?
Yes.
Have I been sleeping on
Media is
anime
good
this
if it's
entire
good.
time? His
Well, not all
fantasy
the
is
time.
that she becomes permanently disabled and helplessly dependent on him, but can still make him a sandwich. Sounds about right. If you're watching
Stop it. Get some help.
the movie, these tweets are even more insane. But even putting the movie aside, just seeing that like cute montage out of context.
Yeah,
where the
right?
fuck are they getting this? These are very clearly just two happy people. But because the caption was the average male fantasy, their mind immediately goes
Into
to
the
the
gutter.
darkest,
Yup.
worst faith interpretation.
That's just more
of
about
this.
them than
The
us.
problem is these people can't see any humanity in men. They can't see any humanity in humanity in general. Average male fantasy equals girlfriend with no agency who's completely physically dependent on you and forced into blanket subservience and compliance. Sounds about right. You males are weird for fetishizing physically disabled women. Average male fantasy is having a physically disabled girl that they can abuse however they want.
Oh my
Got it.
god.
Not to be that guy.
There are people like this, yes. There exist disgusting humans on both sides. Both men and women can be disgusting. But you can't tell me the average, most male fetishizes disabled girls like that. No, that's just not how it is. Do you even meet real people? Do you even talk to real men? Or are you just always online or something? Like, these tweets are just projections. It's crazy.
Guy, I'm gonna be that guy. The infantilization of the physically disabled here is a little, dare I say, ableist. The allegation here that people in wheelchairs cannot find love, and if they do, the
Damn.
person who loves them literally just loves them because they can't run away. Weird.
That's weird. That's
Average
really
men
weird.
can't even be nice to their healthy and normal girlfriend. What makes you think they'll be able to handle disabled person as their lover? Whoa, normal? What do you mean by normal? These people are just so
Abnormal?
ableist, chat. Can you believe it?
Abnormal?
Chat? I don't even live stream. Who's chat?
Oh! She said chat. She acknowledged you guys. Hey, chat. She saw you. She noticed you.
Disabled, blind. So I showed this to my boyfriend. He says, I love you because you're you,
See?
and you make my days happier. So
That's
what if I have to
the
drive you places or
norm.
help you with cooking and cleaning? I would have done that anyway. Disability has nothing to do with it. I love you. Ma'am, I don't know how to tell you this, but, your boyfriend is a rapist. Sorry you had to find out this way. You show this as fantasy because it's not true for the majority of men who participate in abuse of disabled people. No, the fantasy is the woman appreciates his efforts to make her happy. Stop lying and abusing women and the disabled. Your meds, schizo. You don't even know
Yeah.
guy. What do you mean stop abusing women and the disabled? Bitch, who are you? Also, the majority of men participate in abuse of disabled people. Are you okay? The majority of men are not abusers. That is a very, very small minority of men. The majority of men are men that just wake up, take a shit, get out of bed, take a shower, go to work, come home, and wait for GTA 6 to come out.
Yep, pretty much. The average men are, these, wake up in the morning, go to school, go to work, watch some videos, maybe do a little bit of workout, come back, shower, and maybe play some games and go to sleep, and then rinse and repeat. That was me too. When I was working full time, I wake up, take a shower, put on my makeup, go to work, come back, take another shower, eat food, sleep.
That is the majority of men. Men commit 95% of all rape, but okay. Barging into the romance section of Barnes & Noble like, attention everyone! Rape! Where is that coming from? So close, this is fetish content. Ah yes, the dirtiest, most taboo of all fetishes. A happy relationship. Honestly, in 2025, that might be true. Oh, you want a wife and kids? You sick fuck. But
you
this is literally just a perverted fantasy, LMAO. You think it's a perverted fantasy because...
You're weird.
How do I put this nicely? You are a pervert. Literally seeing a cute montage of a male and female character having fun together, being in love together, and being like, rape! He's a rapist! This is a fetish! Are these people...
People need to go outside. They're just so cooked. I just want to say this right now. The pandemic has cooked so many people. Just go out. Talk to real men. Don't be like, men are bad. Talk to them! They're fine! You get bad people everywhere. There's bad women. There's bad men. But you can't just be like, oh my god, all women are, or all men are this and that.
People okay? Stop watching porn. Wait, this is a woman. Okay, stop reading Taken by the Werewolf Billionaire.
Stop reading Twilight!
Or whatever
Stop
the fuck
reading
you
50
read.
Shades!
I swear to god, some of the shit women read would make the most depraved internet gooner
Don't call me out.
blush.
Don't call me out. Don't call me out. It'll be fine. I admit, some things that I read are not particularly, sane. But I know fantasy from IRL. I know how to separate the two. No, not gonna lie, some women be really projecting because they be reading the weirdest stuff, man.
Or so I've been told. This is literally just a fetish. Okay, listen, I'm not gonna pretend there's nobody out there who's like, she can't run away, she has no legs.
There's somebody like that, but...
I'm not gonna sit here and pretend there's nobody out there who has a crippled, disabled fetish, okay? I've been on the internet for 20 years. I've been on DeviantArt. I've seen shit you wouldn't believe. But the majority of people, probably most, if not all the people responding to this, do not have a cripple fetish, okay? In fact, her being in a wheelchair basically has nothing to do with it. Much like how females coom over, like, vampires or, like I said before, the billionaire werewolf fantasy. This is just the average male fantasy.
You know the average female fantasy? The CEO billionaire, for some reason, the CEO of a very successful corporate somehow just is interested in a girl like you. Somebody who has no particular talents or looks, yet somehow the richest, hottest guy is into you. That is the average female fantasy. I called you out. I called you. I know what you've been looking at. Karen, Charlotte, Sharon.
Women.
For that, that's true.
Distilled down to its most extreme. So what is the average male fantasy? The average male fantasy is the fantasy of both men and women alike. It is simply to love and to be loved. But more specifically, the male fantasy is to be a protector and a provider for those that they love. Put a pin in this because we are going to come back to this in a big way, trust me. The average male fantasy is being a globally known terrorist. The average male fantasy is that a woman who isn't fat. The average male fantasy is actually job security. You know what? These guys may have a point here.
Job security, that is my average fantasy too. Oh, imagine being financially stable. Oh my god, so hot.
It should have been
so hot.
not him.
Imagine, like, knowing that for the rest of your life you have a stable, good job. Oh, that's so hot. Damn, I get it now.
Pedophile alert. Men want disabled child wives?
What?
Average male fantasy is a disabled child?
What?
More proof that men are pedos. That's a little girl. This is weird. So, first of all, she's literally older than the guy. The guy is 22 and she is 24. In anime years, he is practically hag maxing. And yes, she may be physically disabled, but aren't all men mentally disabled in their own special way? At least the ones in my audience.
That's
They
not
will
true.
freely admit this. Maybe she, the older woman, is taking advantage of this sensitive young man. Have you ever thought of that? She looks like an 11-year-old child. Where are her breasts?
You wanna fight me? You wanna fight, Karen? Let's fight. Meet me behind a dumpster. I'll show you what I can do to you. You think I'm 11? I'll fight you. My fist rock solid. I'll punch you in the gut. Yeah, and then God? No, is this targeted?
Got him!
Whoa! Just because
Got
a
him!
girl doesn't have major badonkas doesn't mean she's 11.
First of all, really weird way to say that. She looks like a child. Show me her titties. Also, I love how like when anime women have huge boobs, it's disgusting, Coomer brain or whatever. But if the anime woman has small boobs, she is a child and you're a chimo.
Nobody
Can't
can
fucking
win.
win. Also, if she had big boobs, they'd absolutely be like, wow, look at this sexualization of the disabled.
Exactly!
Also, you know like adult women can be flat-chested, right? Like that actually exists
Yeah,
in real
not-
life.
not
like
me,
adult
though.
human women can
Yeah.
have small boobs.
Yeah.
We love all titties here on the Shoe on Head channel. All titties is good titties.
Yeah.
End of story. Women fantasy. A boyfriend with depth and a loving, soft, deeply caring side of them. Men's
Disgusting.
fantasy. 12-year-old anime girl who looks and speaks like a toddler. Also notice how she's literally the shape and size of a child.
No!
Have you people ever seen a child? No. You're all childless. Silly me. She's not even that short. She's just sitting. See,
Yeah.
like when they're laying side by side, she's like a full-grown.
Dude, are these women need to go outside more? Like, do you not remember at what age did you stop growing? I stopped growing in middle school. But doesn't mean I'm a child, does it? Oh my god. I mean, I'm a 6 foot tall middle schooler though. I'm a 6 foot tall middle schooler. I stopped growing at 6 foot. I shut up in my grade and then I stopped growing. I'm saying though, just because somebody's short doesn't mean they're a child. We all stop growing at some point, and I stopped growing in middle school because I was already 6 feet tall.
Adult woman. Why do these people look at this and immediately think of child rape? Go to therapy. And listen,
need
I know
help.
with anime it can get a little weird, right? Like, excuse me, Poo Poo Pee Pee Chan is 2,000 years old, and this is Poo Poo Pee Pee Chan. But
Okay.
this does not even look
Yeah,
like a
it's
child.
different,
This
way
looks like
different.
a cute woman. This is like a random rant, but I feel like there are no more cute women nowadays. You know what I mean? You have all,
Yeah.
like the Insta baddies,
Yeah.
the e-thoughts, the e-girls, the muscle mommies, the boss babes, the boy babes. But I feel like everyone is just hot now. Which, by the way, I don't think is healthy for the male psyche whatsoever. You shouldn't wake up and be able to scroll through pictures of, like, the hottest woman you've ever seen in your life, like, 20 times before you've had, like, your morning cup of coffee. You shouldn't log in and
True.
immediately be one-shotted by 10 tens all day. As if that wouldn't make you go insane. As if that wouldn't make you crash out. Like, back in the day, you'd probably see, like, one fine dame on your bus ride to work, and you'd think about her for 40 years until the day you die. That's how it used to be. That's how it should be. Now every woman is like a crazy, hot, unobtainable Instagram goddess with the fattest of ass. Zoomers don't know how good we had it. You'd go to Blockbuster, and the 21-year-old cashier behind the counter would be the most adorable woman you've ever seen. No
Damn.
Botox, no lip filler, just a pure soul, full of joy and whimsy. And now women are full of hate and SSRIs. But they're hot.
What's an SSRI?
They're hotter than they've ever been. They're hotter and more
That's
depressed
true.
than they've ever been in history.
That's true. I have realized that there's a lot more pretty girls now, but are they mentally well?
Speak for a lot of women here when I say our fantasies do not, in fact, include men tracking our periods. Personally, if my husband was like, honey, just a reminder, you're in your luteal phase, I'm taking the kids. Men like to pretend they want this, and then they beat their wife when dinner isn't ready or their son when he's missing.
We get some cases of this. Not all. How many times did I repeat this to you? It's not all. You're gonna get some weirdos and bad people, yes, but you can't just generalize all men or all women. That's weird.
Misbehaving. First of all, I'm sorry that happened to you.
Yeah,
but there are in fact
sorry.
good men out there. I've seen them. Some may be in this very audience. Sorry, keep a straight face. This is the shoe on head audience. You're all gremlins. Male
You're
fantasy
all
equals a woman that can't run away from him. A woman that's dependent on him. Interesting. When men are involved, it's basic survival instinct to assume the worst. Men are guilty until they prove themselves innocent. You know what? I take my opinions back on free speech. I changed my mind. No more free speech.
Ridiculous.
No more free speech until you
Worst
bitches
take
learn to
ever.
behave. A woman's fantasy is a man who won't rape her, and a man's fantasy is raping a woman.
Oh my god!
I'm sorry, where is the rape, ma'am? Maybe that's how you see it, because you're brainwashed to hate men. So true. I hate how, but in reality, women are the real demons here. Oh,
Well,
god damn it.
You can
We
just.
just want a happy relationship. Is it so much to ask for? Yes.
Apparently
yes, it
it
is.
is.
Oh
Apparently
look,
it is.
more misogynistic gooner fantasy slop written by misogynistic gooner men. This is why 70% of anime is garbage.
Have you seen Gooner? That's not Gooner! I'm sorry, became a kid for a second. Oh my god, that's not Gooner! Oh, if you want Gooner, you can just look up the other type of anime. That's Gooner. This ain't Gooner. This is just normal. It's just normal romance, dude.
So, here's the thing. That, misogynistic gooner fantasy slob written by misogynistic gooner men was actually written by Saiko Tanabe.
Checkmate.
A woman. A woman
Checkmate.
wrote this story. And I feel like a very important detail everyone is sleeping on when they covered this was the fact that this is very much the female fantasy as well.
It
A
is.
man loving you for who you are despite
It
your
is.
flaws, literally sweeping you off your feet and carrying you around on adventures, helping you live out your dreams, face your fears, and supporting you through the good and bad times. You're going to sit here and tell me that's not the female fantasy
That
too?
is the female
Is this not
fantasy.
the basic female fantasy?
It is the basic.
Is this not the knight in shining armor coming to rescue you and falling in love with you? Why on earth are so many women so mad at this?
I know,
Are
right?
men now the hopeless romantics? Are men now the ones yearning for a fairy tale romance? Is this why all the Disney remakes are like, she's not gonna be saved by the prince, she's a strong, independent woman? Meanwhile, men still want to be the prince, men still want to be the knight in shining armor. Men are like, I will save you from your monotonous 9-to-5 job. I will give you a
Please!
house and babies. And women are like, no, I must be an actuarial consultant. Be
Bro, if you can provide me, if you can provide for me, and I can just focus on streaming content, bro, I'm on my knee, marrying you right now. I hate the notion of, gotta be, blah blah blah. You can't receive no help. Like, come on, there's nothing wrong with I don't know, accepting help. Giving a house in this economy. You know what? You're right. You're right. Nah, I'm good. Nah, sorry, too much work. You're a good little bro.
gone, vile misogynist. Is that what is occurring here? Also, that aside, there literally is a gender-swapped version of this story called Perfect World. It is a manga. Mango?
Manga.
Oh, no. Do not come for me, weebs. Men will statistically leave their wives and partners the moment they find out they're disabled or have a life-threatening condition. You're right, it is a fantasy. Actually, that study was debunked by the authors themselves, who admitted they did the math wrong. It's actually not much higher, but then again, even if it was, and it happens, I've seen it happen to people,
course.
it's terrible. Marriage should be through sickness and through health.
Yeah, but
that's not really
how it
the
is.
point here. And the fact that so many people are focusing on the wheelchair part of this just proves that they just don't get it. The
Yeah,
ones of
they
pure
don't.
mind and
They
pure
don't.
soul get it. But these fucking semen demons out here, they don't get it.
what
But
demons?
not all semen demons.
Write that down, write that down!
The amount of people in comments who just don't get that men want to
Scooch-chan! There she is! The amount of people in the comments who just don't get that man want a cute, loving girlfriend is beyond me, and they call them creeps for wanting actual love and not a girl boss who only wants your money. Bro, say it louder! Yes!
a cute, loving girlfriend is beyond me. They call them creeps for wanting actual love and not a girl boss who only wants your money. Ah, thank you. A sane person. Hopefully the replies aren't full of people calling her a pick-me. Pick-me alert. Least obvious pick-me. Me, pick me please. Hope he picks you, sis.
Well, you know what? He's gonna pick her and not you. Exactly. I said it. You guys are using the word pick me wrong. Pick me are girls who, hang out with the boys and try to impress them even though they know shit about what they like. That's a pick me. Yeah, I hope he picks her, not you. You don't deserve to be picked. You should just be alone. You hate men. Well, problem solved. Just be alone. Easy.
Pick me, pick me, pick me. An incel could have written this.
Roll my eyes.
Why are so many VTubers either pick-me's or racist? You mean why do so many female VTubers disagree with you? Why so many aren't towing the mainstream liberal feminist NPC line? Because they can. See, the most powerful weapon women have against other women is social ostracization. You don't want to be seen as a pick-me or a racist, so you keep your mouth shut in order to survive in female social...
That's true. That's true. You ever wonder why I steer away from Twitter drama, Twitter beef? Yeah, it's to protect myself. I don't want none of that. I don't want to be in it. I don't want to touch it with a stick.
Circles. But in the cases of VTubers, virtual YouTubers, they're basically anonymous. They can say anything they want.
I mean, maybe to some, but as a little guy, I gotta watch my mouth, but I'm thinking it. I'm thinking it. Oh yeah. I am speaking my mind through YouTube videos though. You know where I live? Oh yeah? You drop by. Come talk to these guns.
They're basically wearing a mask. They're free from the chains of the eternal HR Longhouse. But apparently even being anonymous online does not save them because they still get doxxed for simply not hating men.
No! Kitsu got doxxed?
It's a terrible day for rain.
Moving on. Men are why we can't have nice things, by the way. First of all, men make all the things. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Also, I just realized it was a man saying that. It was a whole-ass man saying men are why we can't have nice things.
Huh?
I don't deserve this trophy. This is for you, sir. This is for you. I'm not worthy. Listen, I make women jokes. I'm very critical of feminism and propaganda aimed at women. But you will never catch me in a million years saying some like women are why we can't have nice things. I have a mom. I have female family members. I have
She's a
female
mother!
friends. Maybe one day I'll have a daughter. Women make the world a beautiful place and, like men, can be flawed and deserve criticism like anyone else.
Yeah.
But there's something genuinely so cucked about people who put down their own gender or race.
Yeah,
oh God,
that is kind of weird.
Race. Self-hating white people. Don't get me started on self-hating white people. White people are so evil. I hate being white. White people can't dance. White people food is so gross. You're not getting into Wakanda, bro. You're not getting invited to the cookout. Enough. But yeah, women were not the only ones who had a problem with this. There were a lot of men who didn't quite relate to this being the average male fantasy. It's fine to love the disabled. I didn't need to remind you that. But to glorify it? This anime is certainly Marxist propaganda.
What?
The movie is about him taking a job as her caretaker, and when he learns of her dreams, he makes it his mission to help her dreams come true. So it is Marxist propaganda to help a disabled person pursue their dreams? Yeah, it's woven in. Empathy is the target of propaganda. Marxism is when girl in wheelchair. I love this. Empathy is the target of propaganda. Every piece of media that makes you feel empathy is communism. Political brain rot. If you're at the point where you see this and you're thinking of communism, you need to log off.
Get off
You
the
are
internet.
unwell. I'm sorry, but when I reproduce, I don't want a high probability of my offspring being mentally or physically retarded. We need a better class of incels whose bar is higher than the retarded. She's not retarded, she has a spinal injury that's not genetic. Also, what is this LARP? I love how everyone is just kind of having like a normal conversation about this clip, and this guy just comes out of nowhere like, I would never put my pure white seed in such a vile creature. Like, you absolutely know this guy has a non-white girlfriend. They all do, all these like, I hate white people women always have white boyfriends. All these, I hate non-white people boys always have non-white girlfriends. I don't know what it is, but I've seen it too many times. I guarantee you when this man logs off of his Black Sun Roman statue Twitter account, he's clapping Latina booty cheeks. My fantasy is not being a simp.
You both to assume he's clapping anything. Damn. You're giving him a lot of credits here, but okay.
Simp, but okay. Fellas, is it simping to love a woman? Nah, this is not the male fantasy. That man is a beta male. If she wasn't in a wheelchair, she would leave him for Chad.
Are we still using Chad and beta unironically?
To love a woman? This is not my fantasy. This is some gay shit, to be honest.
What?
Fellas, is it gay to love a woman?
It's
what no
gay.
pussy does to a motherfucker.
Oh shit. Oh, what? You would kiss a girl who kissed another guy? You are gay.
Brother, I've seen what pussy does to a motherfucker, and it's far worse. The average male fantasy is taking care of their crippled wife. I don't think I've ever had that fantasy before. I thought it was gonna be about going on some quest to kill
This guy's too young. Okay, little Timmy, you'll get it in like 10 years.
the dragon to win the princess or something. It is. That is the average male fantasy. But there are no dragons to slay. There are no princesses to save. But there is that little old lady in the grocery store who can't quite reach that top shelf. There's that heavy box the pretty girl you work with can't quite lift herself.
She needs your
There's that
help.
jar of tomato sauce your wife
giving you a
can't
quest.
quite open. There's that Lego set your little son can't quite put together himself. Or there is this paraplegic girl who wants to see the ocean. This is the Princess and the Dragon story. And despite what many are told, men do have a lot of love to give. And they want some kind of excuse or mechanism to show that love. In a world where men expressing themselves is either seen as toxic or gay. And one way of expressing that love is solving problems. Men fucking love solving problems.
That
I don't know
is
what
so
it is.
true.
They also love reading Wikipedia articles. The amount of times I walked over and my husband is reading a random fucking Wikipedia article about like the world's tallest buildings or like a random battle in World War II. I didn't know if this was autism or what, but apparently it's a man thing. Anyway, yes, men love solving problems. And in a world that makes them feel useless, makes them feel like they have no purpose, men desperately feel like they need to prove their worth. They are
Chat, I'm gonna give you a quest right now. After this stream, please go watch my YouTube. Please help me with the algorithm. Leave a comment so that you help me out. I am such a damsel in distress. My YouTube algo hates me. You have now been given a quest, chat. After stream, it's time to visit the YouTube channel. Leave a like and a comment to save me from the YouTube algo. At once, my lady. Good. Go forth, my people. Go save the kingdom. That is my YouTube channel.
are desperately looking for a purpose in life. So it is not at all shocking to me that the modern young man is seeing a clip like this and longing for this.
I long
a
for
lot
that
of modern
too.
men don't have a chance to prove themselves, to make something of their lives. They don't have a chance to provide anything for anyone because they don't have anything to provide and they don't have anyone. They are doing everything their grandfathers did, but seeing none of the results. They're
Times are
lost.
changing.
What can they provide? And as I said earlier, her being in a wheelchair is the protector and provider instinct taken to a extreme. And yes, it is a fantasy, considering if you ask anyone who's actually in a wheelchair, they know it's not all butterflies and rainbows, and they know that it's hard on relationships.
Yeah.
It can be difficult on their partner. But
Like, when people break up because of things like this, because some people just can't take the responsibility, like, for the lifetime. And it sucks, but I also understand. If I were in a relationship and I got into an accident, which rendered me pretty much unable to move and take care of myself, if my significant other left, I wouldn't even be mad, because technically I don't want them to see me in such an awful state, right? So if they left for, you know, somebody normal, I wouldn't even blame them, because that is just, you know, you always have to think about yourself first. So if you find a true, genuine love where they love you even though you're disabled, that is true love. That is rare. It's so rare.
just like in the movie, it's not shown as butterflies and rainbows. Josie feels like a burden, but towards the end of the movie, the guy takes on that burden. Not because he gets something in return, but because it's his duty. Because it makes her happy, which makes him happy in return. Loyalty, duty, virtue, acts of service, big or small. Men live for that shit. And yes, these are stereotypes. Not everyone fits into these boxes, blah, 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 blah. But for the most part, it's true. When many men look at this relationship, that is what they see. And a lot of modern women are looking at this relationship and being disgusted because, in a way, it's the complete inverse of the strong, independent woman they've been sold. They've been told they need to be. The modern woman
Is it not tiring to be a strong, independent woman all the time? I want to be vulnerable sometimes. But I do streaming, I do my thing all by myself. It gets tiring. I want someone to lean on too. Like, I don't get the whole mentality behind you gotta be strong all the time. I don't want to be strong all the time. I want to be vulnerable too sometimes. So I don't understand what these women are yapping about.
Crafted by modern Disney for modern audiences. Unlike the Hollywood-crafted modern woman, this woman does need her man. She is not strong and she's not independent, at least physically. This doesn't mean she's like an empty vessel with no thoughts or freedom. No, in fact, in the movie, Josie does roll away from him a few times. It is a fantasy not because of a power imbalance, but because the man has a tangible purpose, and the woman is willingly and lovingly letting him fulfill that purpose.
Oh, that's
Because I can depend on you. I know that if I ever feel frightened, I can just reach out to you.
Men simply want something good to die for, to make it beautiful to live. This manifests in a lot of ways, but the most common is having a loving partner and or a family. Something unobtainable to many people nowadays. So yes, literally one of the most normal things ever is becoming a fantasy. Sad. Also, men will deny this, but they absolutely have a biological clock. It may not hit in your teens or your 20s, but one day you're going to have a dream. You have a little daughter making you pancakes with your wife in the morning, and you're not going to be able to get it out of your head. And that is the male biological clock. Everything you do, the money you—
Oh, I haven't had dreams like that yet, thank God. Okay, thank God. Oh my God, that I was like, I do have dreams where I'm flirting with guys though, but I don't have dreams where I have a child yet. Oh, thank God. I'm good.
you make working that grating 9-to-5 job, it will all be for something bigger and more important than yourself one day. You will come home to a warm and happy home, greeted by people who care about you, and love you, and rely on you, and everything will make sense then. Until then, you'll just be on the internet, being called a misogynist, for wanting something bigger and more important than yourself, for wanting something beautiful and normal. And that is the average male fantasy. That, and 3 hot chicks at once. Hell yeah, brother! Haha, you know what I'm saying? So that was that little video. Men in the comments, let me know, am I correct? Is that the average male fantasy? Or is it not that deep? Men and women in the comments, what is your fantasy? And no, I don't mean that. I don't want to hear about how you want to be crushed by a 12-foot futa. That is between you and God, not you and Shoe-on-Head. I mean, what is your ultimate dream? Do you want to travel the world? Do you want to—
My ultimate dream is just to live a happy life, a stable, happy life. So I need somebody who's responsible, stable, mature, have a good head on their shoulder, is not, doesn't have too many, as long as I don't have to take care of you all the time, hey, I'm happy.